Shalom, shalom, family. Most High in Christ bless, and welcome to another episode of In the View with Brother Amir Saf. So today we're going to talk about Satan and his minions. Satan and his minions. And so we know from the Bible that we have persons who make it their express desire to place their faith, their trust, their work, and their life into the service of Satan, the devil, the thief, the destroyer, Lucifer, who is known by many names, and throughout time, throughout the Bible, in all the heathen races, they would have been worshiping many different idols, many different gods by many names, but in all actuality, those who hold faith and truth and belief, we know that the deceiver is Satan, Lucifer, the fallen angel. And so all of those things that they worship, all the names, all the gods, all the idols, all pertain to the worship of him. And so we begin to understand that, these persons, they are solely devoted to the downfall of God's chosen people and to fight against the will of the Most High. As with Satan, Satan's ultimate goal is to defy the Most High and overthrow his kingdom. And those who follow him, who partake in his agenda, are his minions. And so we've seen it all through the Bible, all through time, all through history, where people would be allying themselves and aligning themselves with the agenda of the deceiver, whether it be by malfeasant means or by other means of wickedness. But, it's all in the one purpose, which is to further the agenda of Satan, Lucifer, the deceiver, the thief. And we who are the chosen people of the Most High, we need to understand and discern whether we be unrighteous or we be partakers of the agenda of the deceiver. Meaning, are we a minion of Satan, or are we just sinners fallen from grace, such as Lucifer was? But he has fallen and become the adversary of the Most High. That is his path, that is his will and his desire. And so when we partake with him, we become his minion and an adversary of the Most High. So we are no longer the righteous. We become the enemy, the forsaken, and the chattel for the fire. All praises. So, yes, we need to be clear on who we are and where we stand when it comes to our sanctified soul, and to know our purpose in our service. Either we're in service to the deceiver, or either we're in service to the Most High God. This is what we need to be clear on and understand. Are we the chosen, or are we the damned? When you look at the book of John, John 10 and 10, it tells us the thief cometh to steal, kill, and destroy. And so we know there are some people out there whose sole desire and purpose is to destroy a particular race, Israel. And in so doing, they persecute, they downtrod, they kill, they destroy, and they devour us, the chosen people of the Most High. Because again, as I said, they are the minions of Lucifer. And that's what it says in John 10. The thief cometh to steal, kill, destroy. They have stolen our heritage, stolen our identity, stolen our writings, stolen our righteous things of the Most High, all of our sanctified rituals. They've destroyed our temples, desecrated all the things of the Most High from the temples. They've raped, killed our sisters, and they destroy us as a people, as a nation, taking our identities, enslaved us, scatters us throughout the earth. And this is the work of the minions of Lucifer, of Satan. Whether it be by their admittance or approval or just by ignorance. But it is what they were made for. And it is the choice that they make. And so if we look at the book of Luke 22 and 31, where the Most High, where Christ would have said to Simon, Satan desires you. You understand? It is like with many of us, Satan desires us, the righteous. He wants to turn us away from the Most High God. He wants to corrupt us, and in so doing destroy us, and as many of us as he can, because he knows we are the chosen, the righteous, a peculiar and set apart people, a nation of priests, a royal priesthood. All praises. So let's get into a video that I have here, and this is a video of I would not call it a cult, I call it a movement of people whose sole desire and express will is to be the worshippers and servers of Lucifer, of Satan. As I said, these are his minions. And so let's get a view of this video and let's understand a little more of what it's going into.
It's a beautiful day here at the state capitol. Great day to be a Satanist. I believe it, and I'm very excited about it.
Are they evil or just misunderstood?
Hail Satan.
Hail Satan. Hail Satan.
Hail Satan.
The documentary Hail Satan explores those questions while following the rise of the Satanic Temple. Director Penny Lane says the creation of the film took her on a spiritual and educational journey.
Within 3 years, they had at least 50,000 members. And within 6 years, which is the amount of time the film covers, they have over 100,000 members. Dozens of chapters have popped up all around the United States and increasingly abroad as well.
A goal of her film was to debunk myths and misconceptions about this religion.
Modern Satanism is an atheistic religion. There's no sort of belief in supernatural deities at the core. What they do have is a shared belief and understanding of the power of mythology, art, ritual in everyday life, and in forming community and in allowing you to do good works in the world. So that was a big surprise because who knew? That's what Satanists believed. I didn't know.
And a tenet of the religion is activism. The film shows how the Satanic Temple organizes to fight for equal representation of religions in government. Members took their cause to Arkansas, where a state senator pushed to erect a monument of the Ten Commandments on the grounds of the state capitol.
State officials have put up a Ten Commandments monument on government property.
Satanists are demanding equal rights.
I am a tax-paying member of Arkansas, and I don't want that there.
The temple raised more than $20,000 to commission a statue of the deity Baphomet, hoping to place it next to the Ten Commandments.
Here are two religious faiths that disagree with one another about some fundamental things. What do we think the role of the government should be?
Lane interviewed many members across the country.
So we see here where they're saying now that they believe in righteousness, they believe in doing good, they believe in helping, but it speaks to the fact they do not believe in the righteousness of God. They believe in a righteousness of themselves, that only what they do is righteous, not what the Bible says, not what God says, but what they say, because they feel themselves to be the rejects, the victimized, because they, as they say, hail Satan, they worship Satan, they do the bidding and the work of Satan. And so now, because a plaque or monument was erected in recognition of the Ten Commandments, they feel that that's wrong. Giving credence to the Most High is wrong. It should be done to Satan, the deceiver, the adversary, the devil. Because as I said earlier, they're doing his work. They're worshiping him. So they want to lift him up. If it was not about Satan, then why are you saying, hail Satan? If it was not about Satan, why are you fighting against the Most High? If it was not about Satan, why is righteousness in following the acts of the Holy Bible is wrong? So it is all to the agenda of Satan that they are working toward. All praises. Because if we look in 1 Galatians 5:19 to 21, let's get a look at that and get an understanding. 1 Galatians 5:19, and it says, now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery, and this is what they want, freedom to express themselves sexually in every manner, in every way, in every facet that they desire. It says fornication. Again, this is what they want, to express themselves in every way, in every manner, in every desire and facet. Uncleanness. You know what is uncleanness? Where they would present themselves, they would have sexual intercourse with beasts. They have sexual intercourse with other animals. Uncleanness, where they eat prohibited, unclean and defiled foods. These are the things that they want. Lasciviousness. Lasciviousness is a strong sexual desire and urge. These are the works of the flesh. And when you cannot control your strong urges, you give in to adultery, you give in to fornication. Verse 20, it says, idolatry, the worshipping of idols, you see. They mar them skins with all kinds of tattoos in tribute to Satan. They wear all type of jewelry or ornaments about their body in tribute to Satan. These are the things they want. Then witchcraft. We all know that. where they do all type of unrighteous sacrifices, give all type of credence to different spirits, different gods, claiming the power that they possess and give to them. These are the acts of witchcraft. Hatred. Hatred is self-explanatory because they are in league with Satan. They hate everybody else that is not in league with them and partaking in their unclean spirits. Variance. Variance, there, that speaks to itself, where they're going about believing in all different gods, all different doctrines, all these different ideologies, and just believing in Satan, that Satan is a deity above or at the level of the Most High God. That is variance. Emulations. Emulations where they find themselves to adopt, follow in, or partake in different, what do you call it, feasts, sacrifices, holidays, services, all these things. When you fall into league with unrighteous acts as emulations. And then you have wrath, you have strife, seditions, heresies, all these things. And it goes on and on and on. And all these attributes can be found in these people who want to worship Satan, who want to push his agenda. All praises. So let's finish, get a view of this video.
Who say they found a place in the Satanic Temple after feeling out of place in other religions.
Satanism is looking out for the other because we are the other.
I am following a code of ethics.
So you heard what this brother said. Even like I told you, even our people are caught up in this foolishness. That's the variance. That's the emulations. You want to partake and follow in these false doctrines, in these idolatries. Here he said we, he include himself with them.
Having fellowship with brethren, why can't that be a religion?
Despite spending years following the temple and its members, as well as becoming close to some of them, Penny Lane says she isn't a convert.
It made me respect religion in a whole new way. It made me think about the possibilities for what religion could be in the future. I always thought religion was essentially an anti-modern phenomenon that would be better off in the trash can. I don't feel that way anymore. I think religion...
Well, there, you see, the Edomite has been taken. She's been swooned. That is what they want. That is the type of faith-based reality that they want. You heard what she said? She didn't believe in religion, but now all of a sudden, because she met these Satanists who are living an unrighteous life, a life of adulterous means, fornicating, all manner of unrighteousness. Now she feels that religion is good. Yeah, religion is good for those who follow religion, but we follow the Most High God, His Word, and His laws. So we don't subscribe to religion. But that's what the heathens do. They use religion as a form of worship to their deities. That is the purpose of their religion. to sectify themselves, the religion of Christianity, the religion of Buddhism, the religion of Islam, all these different sects, which they call religions, where each one worships a different false god. Each one pays homage to a different day of worship. Each one believes in a different doctrine. So these are the religions that the world subscribes to. Not a way of life, not a nation of people, not the will of the Most High God, but chosen man-made sects of ungodliness, unrighteousness, uncleanness. This is what the world desires to be living in. Wickedness. And so if we look at Matthew chapter 7, we'll get an understanding of what the people of the Most High God should be doing, contrary to Galatians chapter 5. So in Matthew chapter 7, verse 15, let's look at it. It says, "Beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. Ye shall know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes of thorns, or figs of thistles? Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit. A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit, neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit." All praises. Verse 19, "Every tree that bringeth not forth good fruit is hewn down and cast into the fire. For, verse 20, "Wherefore by their fruits ye shall know them." All praises. So there it is. The Bible tells us this Edomite woman, she's been taken in. The seeds have already been planted. She's ready to join the Satanist movement. Now, I don't know if they have become a formalized legal religion in the U.S. as of now. As you know, we heard from Penny Lane. She is the producer of the movie Hail Satan. She's also a writer, and she did this documentary. Her name is Penny Lane, and as we heard, she was giving credence to them, as to say, they are a good people. Their morals are good. Their standards are good. They do good in the community. They look out for one another. We even saw one of our very own brothers in there giving credence to Satan, hailing Lucifer. But right there in Matthew chapter 7, we see what it says in verse 15 to 20. "Beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep's clothing." They come to you in a nice way, speaking good things, pretending to do good, but the good they do is unrighteous. They do good to themselves, for one another. Scripture say, "In these days men shall be lovers of themselves," and that's what they are. They're excluding others. So in essence, as I said, they may not be malicious, they may not be outright, in trying to destroy the people of God, but just the act in worship, the act in uplifting, the act in believing that Satan is a deity as the Most High God. That is where they're wrong. That is where they're unrighteous. All praises. But these are the heathens. And this is what they were made for. To defy the Most High God. All praises. That's why you see they're in league with the deceiver. They're in league with Satan. They're in league with Lucifer. That devil. But with that, we say shalom. Most High in Christ bless. Enjoy the rest of your day, saints.